my dad and my mom, and it is absolutely a beautiful day out here, and we are going after some lobsters. We dive a lot this time of year because the water is crystal clear and it's warm, and I mean, it's a beautiful day. Why not? You guys ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
So since it's only my dad, my mom, and myself, it's a little more difficult to, you know, go out there and catch lobsters when normally we have like the whole family on the boat. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop my dad off at our spot. He's gonna look around. If he sees lobsters, I'll anchor the boat, and then me and my mom will hop in and help catch the lobsters. So that's our plan. Let's see if we can catch some. Flag is going up. My dad just jumped in the water. We're ready to go. Something we always do before we jump in the water is we take a little toothpaste and put it in our mask and then rinse it out when we get in the water, and that helps it with not fogging up.
Not one single lobster in the glory hole. That's not good. There was one little small nurse shark in there, not one lobster.
Well, that's not good. First spot, 0 lobsters. Not looking so good. No lobsters?
There's nothing. I've seen one short.
Well, we've checked 1, 2, 3 spots, and my dad has seen 1 small lobster. We have 1 more spot to check, and then we're gonna go out just searching randomly, but it's not looking so good. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not, so you gotta get them when you can. They're constantly moving. Who knows where they are? They could be out deep, you know? They could be in 50 feet of water, 60 feet of water, 80 feet of water. I don't know, but they're not here.
Anchor up.
What?
I see at least 3 nice ones under this rock right here.
He finally found some, so me and my mom are gonna anchor and then jump in the water.
You ready, Brooke?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down there and do Fisher's job. I'm gonna tickle it out to you. I'm gonna tickle it that way, and you net them before they get to that difficult rock.
dinner?
It's funny. I've been diving these exact same rocks for, I don't know, over 30 years, and I know exactly how the lobsters react. And the first rock they were under was an easy rock, and I told Brooke, I said, make sure you catch it before they get to the hard rock. But they know where the hard rock is. The minute you tickle them out, boom, they shoot for the hard rock. But we were able to get one out of the easy rock and two out of the hard rock so far, and I think that's all there is, but we're gonna give it another check.
So this is a nice big one. All the lobsters we caught were legal. They have to be 3 inches. I think I showed you underwater how I was measuring them in the water, but I'm talking about 3 inches for the head, the carapace. And this is what you like to catch, these nice big ones, but the other ones are also legal, so you can keep those ones too. And our limit is 6 per person, so technically we could keep 18, but sometimes you come out here and you don't find your limit. You know, we only caught 3. We checked multiple spots. Last weekend it was really rough out here, so maybe they moved out deep, maybe they moved further north, further south. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Lobsters are always a kind of weird thing to try to figure out. Sometimes you go out here, you catch your limit. Sometimes you come out here and you can't find any. That's just how it is. We caught our 3 lobsters. We ended up leaving one that we just could not catch. He was just smarter than we were. Went way back in a rock. We couldn't see him anymore. So left one behind that we know of for sure. But I think we're gonna go out to like 10 feet of water and just swim around and show you guys some cool fish. So I hope you enjoy. pufferfish, and then a second one came by, so that was 2 separate ones. In at the shallow reef to dive around, and that reef is so beautiful. There are so many different fish. We saw a bunch of nurse sharks, so many different species. And the thing about those really beautiful reefs is you want to find lobsters there, but there's hardly ever any lobsters on those beautiful reefs. I don't know if they just don't like being in those rocks, or if people dive those more often and they catch all the lobsters before you get a chance to get there. I don't know, but we rarely ever see lobsters when the rocks are that beautiful. That's why some of our rocks look pretty barren with fish and there's not a lot going on. That's because that's where the lobsters seem to hang out, versus the beautiful reefs like we were just diving where there was a ton of fish and no lobsters. Alright guys, so we are back home at the dock with our 3 lobsters. I'm about to clean the lobsters up and show you how I'm going to prepare them to cook them tonight. But at first I want to talk to you about the lobster nets that you always see us use. We caught all the lobsters today with this net, as well as in all the past videos you always see us use this. And I am custom making them by hand, by myself, and then Victor helps me a little bit on putting these handles on them. But if you guys are interested, you can buy them at floridalobsternets.com, as well as I will have a link in the description. But yeah, they work absolutely awesome. You put them behind the tail like this of the lobster, put it down right on top, and then you grab the lobster, and he's ready to come home for dinner, just like that. So if you're interested, floridalobsternets.com. Alright, so tonight I'm going to be cooking these lobsters on the grill whole, just like this, cut open with all the guts and stuff squirted out. And first I'm going to do is break off these antennas, because they are going to look cool on the grill, but honestly, in the past when you cook them with the antennas just kind of burn up and fall through the grates of the grill, so we don't need the antennas. Now, I'm going to have Victor demonstrate how to cut it open for you guys, because it takes a little muscle.
So, to split a lobster in half so we can eat them whole and get all the wonderful meat in the head, I'm going to turn them over like this, and you want a thick, heavy, you want a thick, heavy chef's knife. What I'm gonna do is stick it right here. All right, just like that. Go through, and I like to do it this way, where I'll go down there towards the knuckles and the antennas, and I don't want to go all the way through, and I'll go back this way, and you kind of just work your way down and just kind of crush the shell. Same thing with the tail.
And then I'll split it open.
And then Brookie will split it open.
You probably want to be doing this with gloves, but Victor didn't go diving with us today, so he didn't have his gloves accessible. But I got my gloves on. So now after you make that cut down the middle of the lobster, you're just gonna crack it open like this, so that you can get all your nice seasonings in there, as well as you're gonna squirt out all of those guts. I mean, maybe there are some people that eat that, but not us. We're gonna squirt that out. So let me squirt it out real fast, then I'll see you back in a second. Now, normally when you just clean a lobster tail, you have to take out their digestive tract. So I've already squirted out all the guts out of the head. It's all this yellow stuff. But they also have the digestive tract that you gotta kind of still pull out of there. So you just want to make sure that you pull out that digestive tract, which I think I got it. There is your lobster, ready to be filled with seasonings, cooked on the grill. Okay, so I got one more lobster to go, and then I will meet you guys in the kitchen to cook them up.
Tonight you stole my chef.
Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So you guys have seen me cook a lot in the kitchen, but tonight we're gonna have Chef James cook for you guys. If you've been watching Victor's videos, he's been whipping it up in the kitchen a lot, and he's been absolutely killing it with some amazing recipes. So tonight, he's gonna cook for you guys. So what are you making tonight?
So Brooke told me earlier she wanted to do something like a grilled lobster. So just to like spruce it up a little bit, this is something really, really simple. Instead of just brushing butter on your lobster, it's just chimichurri butter. We're gonna just melt like about a stick and a half, like a stick of butter, fresh parsley chopped up. We're gonna make like your basic chimichurri, which is parsley, red wine vinegar, a little bit of fresh garlic, crushed red pepper. We're gonna melt the butter down, just fold the chimichurri in the butter, and then just brush it right on the lobster when it's grilling on the grill. And it should be amazing. Super, super simple and easy, clean, for you to eat at home.
Super, super fresh.
Super fresh.
That's what I like, nice and easy. I wanted to grill it tonight anyway, so he's gonna grill it. And Victor's also going to be cooking tonight, so he's doing a fish recipe. James and Victor are both cooking tonight. They're making like the main dish, and then this is gonna be an appetizer. So if you guys wanna see the main dish, make sure you check Victor's video out, which I will have linked down below. And also follow James on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
James2, YMES2.
He's gonna wow you guys, so you can follow him after you watch the video.
I had a good day today. You know, I got to dive with my daughter and my wife, which is my favorite thing to do. The ocean was flat, glassy, crystal clear, but getting out on the boat with these two, it was a lot of fun. I was a little scared without the you know, all the young thugs that usually go with us. You know, Victor stays at home, Fisher, who's got bottom time like nobody's business. And here I am on the boat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to get it done? But I hung in there without the thugs and got a few on the boat.
You did good. The way we lobster is we use those nets, and someone tickles the lobsters out, and then someone nets the lobsters. And normally Fisher is the one who tickles out the lobsters, and me or my dad or my brothers or Victor usually are the ones that net them. And since Fisher wasn't there, my dad was the one tickling out the lobsters. And he definitely doesn't have as good a bottom time as Fisher, but he still held his own, and we got it done. We didn't find many, but we caught all the ones that we saw, so.
All right, so this is the chimichurri butter. It's like I said before, it's just a little bit of parsley, a little bit of butter, a little bit of red crushed pepper, some garlic, and you're just gonna brush it on a little bit on the lobster to start, and then I'm gonna finish with most of this on the lobster. I'm letting the grill get up to temp. I would recommend doing the grill like 425, a high temperature. You don't want to, obviously when you overcook lobster, it's horrible. So high temperature, cooks it fast. You don't want to leave it on too long. If you've cooked lobster in the past before, then you know that lobster gets super, super tough on you. But once you lay those on there, just lay those suckers right on the grill. And we'll keep brushing butter as the cooking process goes on with these. Just like I said, something super easy you can do instead of just putting just straight butter on your lobster. Brush a little bit more on there. Cavity there.
Oh yeah, baby. Good stuff. How we looking?
We're looking good here. Split them a little bit more. Just throughout the cooking process, we're just adding more of this chimichurri butter just to keep flavoring that lobster. Florida lobster's got a really good flavor to me, but a little bit of fresh parsley and some crushed red pepper isn't going to hurt anything at all, ever. Probably another 4 minutes. With that chimichurri butter, the rest of it, and these are coming right off.
Famous go.
Slide right on the sheet pan.
Beautiful. Look at that.
A little chimichurri butter action.
Delicious. Cooked just right. Tender. In the head like that with all those seasonings that he put in there. Wow. That's special.
So good.
So good.
Wow. Really, really good. I just took a bite of the head meat first. I think the head meat's better than the tail meat usually. And absolutely delicious. I wish we caught more, but it's cool to have just a little taste as an appetizer. Everyone's kind of sharing in half. And what do you guys think?
Really good.
Real good. I'm happy I don't have to share my half.
I don't think we needed to catch more, Brooke. I like to leave people wanting for more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lobster,
Coming back.
we caught just enough to let people wanting for more.
Ellie, you looking your lobster?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. He was awesome.
All right, so like I said, in my video was the lobster appetizer, and then James whipped up this amazing yellow jack. Make sure you watch Victor's video to see the rest of everything that he's making, as well as mutton for dinner. Absolutely amazing. Check this out. Ooh, baby.
Look at all those colors just pop out at you.
Yep.
We gotta do the toast to James.
There we go.
Killed it.
Cheers. Cheers. Killed it again.
Nice
As
job.
always, killed
Ting,
it.
ting, ting,
As
ting,
always.
ting, 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 ting.
Good job.
Fish, family, and good food. That's what it's about right there.
And lobster.
Lobster.
Alright guys, it is the next day. We forgot to do an outro yesterday, but I want to give a huge thank you to James for cooking up our lobster, as well as all the stuff that he cooked up for Victor's video. Make sure you guys check that out because he whipped up some absolutely amazing
Killer
dishes. So good. So make sure you guys follow James. He also works in a restaurant called Sassafras in West Palm Beach. If you guys want to check out his restaurant, it's currently not open, but they're shooting for the middle of October, right?
Yeah, middle of October, possibly beginning of November. You guys will definitely hear an update when it opens because it is going to be amazing. If he can replicate even half of the stuff he does in this kitchen, I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, we're really excited to try out his restaurant once it reopens. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that reopening. We'll let you guys know for sure so you guys can go there and see him in action in a real kitchen versus our home kitchen. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
See ya.